Whether it's the summer sunshine, sunflowers just peeping open, or the next fresh fruit that's in season, I just want to savor it all of it. And sometimes that leaves me packing our days full, not leaving the white space, and trying to do it all. Have you been there? I had 10 minutes to make these lemon passats, but I knew they wouldn't take long, and I knew when we got home, my children would be asking, "What's for dessert? I'm hungry for a sweet treat. Can we get ice cream?" And I knew that a little preparation, a little of pushing the clock, would allow me to have an amazing, cool treat for the girls, for us to enjoy and savor the deliciousness of summer. This recipe is so simple, I don't know why I didn't make it before today. It is 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Use any kind of heavy cream that you can find. I used part store-bought and then realized I didn't have enough, and thank goodness for raw milk here in Pennsylvania. I had a whole fresh gallon of raw milk, and when I say the freshness of summer, there is something completely different about spring and summer milk than fall and winter milk, because I don't know if you can see that cream line, but it is golden, and compared to the store-bought, you can see a difference. And so I slowly poured off that cream, because if you don't homogenize milk, the cream will rise to the top. And I am torn between savoring it and making butter and these delicious desserts, or just shaking it up and drinking it whole. So I used half bar milk, half store-bought. So this is so just versatile and forgiving. And the first time I made this, I added way too much lemon. And so I'm trying again. And we're going to see if this is not as sour. Though the first time I made it, I kind of liked the sour, but not everyone did. So you can add more lemon to this. You can add more sugar if you like. I did 1 cup of organic raw cane sugar. You could try making it with maple syrup, but it may make it a little bit runnier at the end. It turns out to be like this lemon custard without the egg. Kind of like a lemon pudding in a way, or a lemon mousse, not as thick as a lemon mousse. And then 2 lemons squeezed. So I squeeze as much of the lemon out. If you wanted to add a 3rd lemon, go for it. The first time I did this, I made the lemon passats in carved out lemons that were super cute. But it said to throw away the lemons, and I thought, or the inside of the lemon, and I thought, no, I'm going to blend it up and strain it out, and it just ended up to be too bitter. So we're using teacups here because I think they're super cute, and I think if you have little girls, or if you have a girls' night with your friends, you can make a beautiful tablescape with mismatched teacups, because, I don't know, I was drinking hot tea in the summertime, so it's a different spin. You can use your vintage teacups and add these lemon passats. So squeeze out all that lemon, get as much as you can. I pulled out my vintage lemon strainer, and instead of just the Trader Joe one that I have, and or I shouldn't say Trader Joe, I mean IKEA. I lump them all together. I don't know, because they're big box stores that I don't really get to. And yes, squeeze all that out. And then what we're going to do is just heat that sugar and cream up on the stove, bring that to a boil, and then add your lemon in and boil that. Bring it to a boil for about, I would say, a good 2-3 minutes, but just try not to let it overflow all over the stove, because it will. And do a little dance, do a little jig. I was doing my little jig here because the girls were beeping the horn and telling me, "Mom, you are 5 minutes late. We are going to be late for Bible club." And lo and behold, we weren't. We got there just in time. So I know how to push the clock. I learned that well from my mother. I heard a quote, and it goes like this: "You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days." And sometimes I get caught between wanting to do everything and savoring every single moment and giving all my children just tons of experiences, especially now that they're teenagers. And it's a lot different because when they were toddlers and still napping, I could plan my morning. We would maybe run errands, go to the park, pack a picnic and play, and then we'd come home for lunch if I didn't pack a picnic, and I would put them down for a nap, and I could go about my day, and I could, do the laundry, I could do the chores, I could work from home, I could work my business. But now that they're teenagers, the question of the day, actually 2 questions. What are we doing today? And what's to eat? So I'm caught between 2 worlds because we do live this lifestyle where we are eating so much fresh food and everything is really from scratch. So it is me spending a lot of time in the kitchen, or it's me giving them experiences and taking them to the pool or the pond or the creek, or going fishing, or trying to come up with something that's going to entertain them, but not to a point where I have to be the entertainer 24/7. So I think there's a balance between having a nice slow day and still enjoying the simple pleasures of life, whether it's lighting a candle, putting on some music, working together in the kitchen to do some batch cooking, and preface that with, okay, if we get these things done, then you know what? The rest of the week is going to go smoother and we can have a little bit more fun. And so planning out our days and having that rhythm is really important to me as a mom, and I know for them, they know the expectations. And so for me, pushing the clock today and knowing that, okay, it's going to take me 10 minutes to make these lemon passats, okay, maybe 15 because of filming, but I knew when I got home after, being away for the whole morning, that in the afternoon, after lunch, they would want a sweet treat, that all I had to do was whip up some whipped cream with some heavy cream and some maple syrup and put that on top with some fresh blueberries, and we had a really simple treat, and they'd be so grateful for it. So it was just that little prep, and I had to preface that. And I let them know, you guys are going to be super hungry, after our morning of Bible Club and running errands, that let's be prepared so we're not hangry and then running out for unnecessary things or making the kitchen hot by baking or what have you. So preparation in the summertime with teenagers, I find, is it's just a whole new world. And I'm learning to navigate it. I don't know if you are in the same boat as I am, but every stage of motherhood is so different. And I find that this summer we're really navigating it and looking for things to do that aren't babyish, that are gonna push them and challenge them, and at the same time allow us to have some fun. So all that to say, if you're a mama, yes, we push the clock sometimes, don't we? But I think we also have to have that balance and boundary lines of making sure there's that quiet space where we're not just pushing our cortisol to the max and always rushed and always stressed. And that comes with practice. That comes with saying the word no, even to our children. And I tell them all the time, it's okay to be bored. It really is, because that's when our creativity comes out, and that's where we get our crafts out, or we sketch, or we make vision boards. I catch them, getting to a point where they are so bored that then they get in the kitchen and they bake themselves, or they start making vision boards, or they're sketching or making anklets or what have you. So it is okay to be bored. And so it doesn't have to be go, 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 push the clock all the time. So yes, blessings to you this week, and enjoy this recipe. I'll put the link below. It's on our blog. If you like this, just ramblings of our homestead, share it, and subscribe. So blessed and so thankful that you are here.